Hello, Christopher. Can you hear me?
Hi, Zed. How are you? I can.
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Where are you in the world?
I'm in Sweden right now. What about you?
Sweden? Nice, nice. I'm in New York City, right in the heart of it.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, Christopher. Great to have you here in today's call, firstly.
hmm
As I can see right here, you showed interest on raising capital for your own fund. You are managing 250 million that's in the management, and you are looking to raise capital, as I can see. I think maybe the best way to start today's call with is just to give me better background on you and on what you have already done so far. And before the end of the call, if there is any potential collaboration, I will make sure to share the next few steps from there.
Sure, sure. So yeah, we're 14B Capital. We're a concentrated fundamental long-short equity hedge fund. We have a 16-year track record on our fund. The fund was actually founded by our CEO, Ilya, back in 2009 with a partner, a gentleman named Ike. His partner was a very wealthy gentleman and asked our CEO to manage his money for him. My CEO, CIO had a background in being a hedge fund allocator and was an analyst prior to that. And so he had asked him to manage his money. And so they ran a company called KG Funds successfully for 13 years right here in New York. It was the same long short equity hedge fund strategy that we employ today. Ilya founded the strategy. His partner was really the seeder, kind of the money and kind of the biz dev IR person. They built the firm up to 13, 14 people, up to 750 million. Basically, end of 2021, COVID happened. His partner was now much older and decided that he no longer wanted to do it. So in January 2022, the core team, our CIO, our CEO, Ilya, our director of research, Kevin Butler, our head of biz dev and IR, Anastasia, and our COO, Brian Gleason, all spun out to form 14B Capital in January 2022, bringing that strategy and track record with us. So it's a fully audited track that's owned and created by our CEO and founder. So all of that came with us. That's why we have a 16-year track record, but 3 years as the new entity, 3.5 years.
So,
Yep.
so you have already been in the industry for 3 years exactly.
Yeah, 3.5 years, January 2022 till now as the new entity under 14B.
Understood. And right now, you are the founder. You are taking control of the whole fund today. Is that the case?
Taking control of the what?
I mean, over the fund. I mean, you are taking the decisions on how you are developing the fund. Are you taking any new decisions related to the fund? Correct?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the PM. I am the biz dev guy. So I have, our CIO, CEO is Ilya Zaitis. He's the founder of the firm. Our director of research, Kevin Butler, is here. He's basically our senior analyst. Our COO is over in New Jersey, here in the States. And our head of biz dev and IR is actually over in London. She covers Europe and Asia fundraising, and they hired me last year to handle fundraising in the States.
Okay, so you are not the decision maker.
No.
Okay, I understand. Okay, so what the biggest challenge that you are facing in raising capital?
So I was following your posts, which are great, by the way. I don't know if that's AI generated or that's you posting it or whatever it is, but they hit pretty close to home, I think, with any of the struggles that people are currently in this environment are facing. We have a solid track record on our fund, annualized at close to 16%, since our inception. People do know us, from being around for a while. Our prime brokers and the cap intro teams we work with are Jefferies and Morgan Stanley. Basically, what I'm trying to figure out is if it's us, if it's our process, if it's the environment currently, but we haven't been able to raise capital, in a little bit. But I do think we have, our CRM systems, new data. We work with the cap intro teams. There's a lot of interest, but we can't convert anybody over to the finish line. And I saw, again, some of your posts. And so that's why I was curious as to what you guys do, what's different, what maybe you see with firms of our size, and how you may be able to contribute and help in that area.
Understood. So you are getting interest from qualified leads, but you can't convert them. Is that what you are facing today?
Yeah, it seems that everybody we're not fitting in their box, for whatever reason. Everybody needs more lower net, or the vol is too high, or whatever it is. But I can't tell if that's just the state of the world, and that's who we're where everybody's going, things ebb and flow, or it's just within our process of what we're doing or what we're saying or how we're positioning the fund.
Okay. And how many calls are you getting per month right now with investors who are qualified?
A decent amount. I'd say 10 plus.
10 plus per month.
Yeah. 10, very much so. More than that, probably 10, 15 calls a month at
Yeah,
least.
great. And they are qualified, all of them.
Yeah, all of them is suited through. I mean, they're coming through Cap Intro. They're coming through people we've met with or know. They're coming through iConnections, the big conferences. Yeah, they're all highly vetted. Basically, we have the intel on them before we even take a call. So that's part of our process as well. Is even when we hop on the call, we have a list of qualifying questions similar to what you're doing now, to just not waste anybody's time. So by the time we have these calls, they're heavily vetted. They're highly targeted. It's not we're going to hop on the phone and say, oh, we only do private equity. So that's why I was curious as to what you do. What I think it's MENA growth, what you see in the market, more or less what you guys do to help people raise money.
Yeah, so what we do is we take a look firstly on what do you have for system and what do you have for issue to understand, how things looks internally, because I'm not inside the fund, correct?
Right.
So I need to understand what the biggest issue right here, what it has already been. So from what I can see, and that's why we have today's call, which is qualification call, to understand what the biggest issue right here. If there is any potential collaboration, I will make sure in the end of the call on how we can help you and how we can provide value to the fund. But if there is any, so I will not actually explain anything, because I don't need to. I just need to understand what you are going through right now. And from what you said, you getting qualified calls, but you are not converting them. So it has to be something in the sales process. There is nothing like behind that. It has to be the sales process. You are the sales man who taking the call, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And after the calls, what you are doing? Are you taking a look on the recording calls after the calls?
Yeah, absolutely. We transcribe every call. And then we're consistent with our follow-ups, anybody that we speak with.
Okay, great. And you are taking notes on their own consultations, on their own questions, and you making sure to provide content on that after the call, context, answers, to make sure that you can build that trust, build up the pipelines, correct?
Yeah, I would say so. I think anything that's requested, anything that their pain points or what they might be focused on, whether it's tax efficiency or whatever, that's definitely something we highlight, in our notes and our follow-ups, and something we harp on.
Okay. And when was the last time you have already converted new investors?
We had a co-investment last week. But other than that, within the main fund, it's been over a year.
Okay, so last week you have already got a new investor, correct?
Yes, for a co-investment, but not directly into the fund.
Understood. What was the target and what was the capital that you have already converted?
Size?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know if they want me to disclose or anything like that. I'm not sure, but let's just call it under 25 million.
Okay, under 25 million.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and how long it took you to convert the 25 million?
Probably 3 months, 3 or so. It's a different process, obviously being a co-investment, it's a single name idea. And so it is time sensitive. So that's why people tend to move quickly.
Understood. And before that, it took you like 1 year to convert that or to convert new capital, or was it like you are doing that every 6 months, you're getting like 25 million back?
Yeah, it's probably a longer process every 6 months prior to me joining. we had a seeder and we had anybody who came with us, but yeah, it's been a little while since we've raised new capital, and the process, with these people are typically 6 months plus.
Mm, mm. And how many existing clients do you have today?
Let's just call it under 25.
Under 25. And the same existing clients that you currently have, are you getting any like refills, or are you getting any re-ups from them?
Not currently.
Not currently. Why not?
I'm not sure. State of the market, liquidity, um, interest performance. I'm not sure. It's probably different per client.
Okay. And do you have any metric? When was the last time they have asked you to re-ups, or you got any refill from them?
No, I don't have any. No.
Okay. Are you the one who taking care of the investor relation, or you making sure to actually building the relationships after you have already closed them?
So a lot of the relationships were prior to me. So it's a lot of my partner handling it. That's why I don't have the information that I have. We definitely are very much in sync, and I cover a lot of them. But primary contact is my senior partner, one of the partners.
Okay. So you taking care of the sales call most of the time. That's what you are doing, and the prospecting. Is that the case?
Yeah, we both are. But with regards to existing clients, I mean, I meet with them. I handle that accordingly. There's a few of them that I know well. Some of the other ones, though, that my partner deals with directly.
Understood. So pretty much what you are doing is a sales call, prospecting. Your partner doing also the same thing. He's taking care of the investor relation, and you have 16 years track record. You have already built that. You have been in the industry for 3.5 years, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And the biggest issue that you see right now is you are getting like between 10 to 15 calls, qualified investors per month, but the conversion process is quite a long, and you want actually to develop that in some way.
Yeah, to shorten it and then convert more. But again, I don't know like what a lot of what you said in a lot of your posts are like hit home.